Welcome to my channel about holistic health and abundant living. Today I'm doing a video on Nairobi, Kenya, Africa. We've been in Nairobi, Kenya. At the end of this trip, it'll be close to 3 months that we spent here. So I just want to talk a little bit about our experience and the reason why we came. So jumping right into it, one of the big reasons why we came was to see if this was somewhere that we would consider moving to. It's a lot of people dream to come to the motherland, and then to live here is just like a whole different level. So we wanted to see how that would be for us. So that's why we chose to stay that long, for one, and for two, we came here to get a mental, emotional, and a social reset for our health, because in the US, we experience a lot of trauma. So basically, to give you some context, for one of the reasons that we came here, we are in the snow. We back home, we live in a very cold climate. So right now back home, we're experiencing negative temperatures in a bunch of snow. Here in Kenya, the weather is so beautiful. You hear people say the weather is very mild, so it's not too hot and not too cold. Now here, this is February. So this is their summertime over here. So it's definitely warmer. It gets a little colder here. We haven't been here to experience what their winter time is like, but while we're here, it's been a solid 75s, and it's not too hot. It's not like blazing humidity hot. The temperature is very comfortable here. That's something that we really love about it. And if you've seen a couple of my other videos, I talk about how important sun is for your health. Well, back home, it's challenging for us to get much sun, especially during the winter months when it's so cold that you go outside and you're covering your skin, because if your skin is not covered, then you're freezing. And of course, a hack for that is to sit by a window to get sunlight, but it's nothing like being outside, being in nature. And here we went to visit a few different parks. It's so many things to do here, and that's one of the things that we love. It's so many things to do. It's so much nice weather and nature to be had. You won't be upset. You will not be disappointed if that's one of the reasons that you came here for. So I wrote a few things down to touch on, just in case you're interested on making this trip. Like I'm telling you, this is one thing that we did for our mental health. So even if you're not interested in moving here, I can tell you for sure it has changed our lives. It changed our perception really about the whole world, because being here is like the opposite. A lot of the things are opposite of what we're used to. So one of the things that we love so much is, like, here people are very friendly and people are very child centered, people and organizations. So one thing that we've heard, this was one thing that we heard and we've been able to confirm, like, people do love children. It's hard to go anywhere without somebody speaking to your children, trying to make your child laugh. We have a daughter, we have a 1 year old going on 2 year old daughter, and people just love her. People are waving at her, trying to make her laugh, and then when you go places, one of the big things that we have learned, family friendly. I didn't even know quite what that meant until I got here, because one thing that I feel like is, when something is family friendly, it includes things for adults and it includes things for children. Now, this may be just my city, so let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, if you have a city that got so many things to do for families. But here in Nairobi, Kenya, things are inclusive of both children and adults. So it doesn't make you feel like you got to get a babysitter every time you want to go do something. Every time you ask about a certain event, like, hey, can children come? Back home it's like, no, you should probably get somebody to watch them. There's going to be alcohol. There's going to be, music that is not that good for children. Here is different. Like, one of our first events that we went to an organic farmers market. There was a puppet show for the children, and the kids loved it. Like, our daughter loved it. It was a bunch of kids like sitting in front like it was like a school class. And then after, they had live music and entertainment, family friendly. It was beautiful music, great music, no cursing, no profanity. Of course, you had the produce around, you had food, you had vendors, really family friendly. So these are the things that I feel like are missing from back home in America. I feel like you either go to some place like a Chuck E. Cheese or a place that's specifically for the kids, and then the adults just convene, at a little spot where they watch the kids and they just talk, but it's nothing for them to do, and vice versa. When it's something for the adults to do, it seems like it's not something for the children. And here I have finally really saw what that concept actually looks like, of having things inclusive for the child and for the for the adult. Also, the malls. Listen, I'm not a mall person, so for me to be like psyched about this is very interesting. The thing is, I'm not a mall person, so I don't really go on like shopping sprees, and I don't really care to go to malls quite often, like, back home. But here, the malls are different, still have that family friendly structure. So every single mall has this like huge play area for children. There's always, of course, they have children's store, but just huge play areas for children, things for children to do. Like in most of the malls we went to, they had like these little trains where the child can get on and they can ride them around, and I guess like take them sightseeing around the mall. Like we even rode on one of them that rode us around one of the malls outside. And they have movie theaters. One of the big things is they have grocery stores. And for my husband, he loves playing basketball. They had a basketball court at one of these malls and a gym, because every mall has something different to offer. And one of the malls has an amusement park outside. The mall has an amusement park. I believe it's Two Rivers Mall. That one has a whole amusement park outside, and downstairs it has like an arcade kind of experience downstairs. Like these malls are so extensive, it's just, you can spend the whole day in the mall. Just the things to do, like restaurants. There were restaurants that we went to where you can do so many different activities. Like we went to one restaurant where we played, it was like football, like they call football. In the US we call it soccer, but it was like pool balls. And that was a really cool experience. Our daughter enjoyed that. And also they had golf. They had mini golf in the inside. It's just so much stuff to do. And I'm a person that I don't really need a whole bunch of stuff to do. But coming from a small town, and especially a place where it's really cold right now, having the unlimited options was really good, especially us being here for 3 months. It was really cool to just have activities. We're leaving soon. I'm sad that we're leaving, and we still haven't done anything. We're definitely coming back, but we have not nearly at all exhausted the amount of things that they have to do here. One of the other things that we really enjoy here, and that was really good for us, we found, and like I told you about this organic farmers market, they have two at two different locations every single weekend. This organic farmers market, if you like us and you like organic, if you just like produce in general, they have organic fruits and vegetables. Any fruits and vegetables that you can think of, that you can imagine, they have it, and they have it at a good price, to where you could walk out with a bag full of groceries and not have spent more than $5 on that bag full of groceries that'll last you a week. That is cool. And not only that, there's things to do at the market. Like we go there for an actual activity for the day. They have a tree house that you can go upstairs and you can eat at, because they have like little food vendors. They have vendors like, that sell clothes, jewelry, art pieces, all those types of things. So it's an actual day activity. So that was one big thing, and that was part of like getting outside in nature. We went to a couple of parks here because we love to just get out. So here they had a huge park that we went to, a huge park called Uhuru Park, and we actually went on Kenya's Independence Day there. So it was like a big party. They had live music. It was a huge pond in the middle of it. It was so nice. So that was something. You're never going to run out of things to do here. There are so many different things to do. And even the places that you've already been to, they have different events for different days, different events for different people. Whatever style of thing you want to do, they probably have it here. So one of the mental health aspects that we came here for was just the fact of being Black in America. Like, here, that doesn't exist. Like, we look like people here. People think that we are locals here. So we blend right in. People take care of us. People care about you. Now, it's not every single person is the nicest person. I'm not going to say that. And the thing is, I didn't expect that. We didn't expect that coming here. We didn't expect to get like a welcome party and people throwing flowers at our feet because we returned to the motherland. And not expecting that, things went really well. We found that people were very nice and very supportive. And, we just got more greetings than we would normally get back home. We got more people trying to help us, whether it be with directions or whether it be trying to find a place to live. Like, where's a good place to live? Where can we get a place with land? Things like that. People were more ready and willing to help us. You have to actually come and see it for yourself. And there's going to be clips inserted throughout this video for you to see some of these things. But It's really advanced here. And I'm not even just saying that to prove the point that, oh, it's a third world country, but it's equal to, no. It's more advanced here than several places that I've seen in the US. It's a lot of different benefits of being and visiting here. And we were hoping to get that mental reset, that emotional reset, that social reset being here. And we can honestly say that we definitely experienced this. So if Nairobi, Kenya is somewhere that you're interested in visiting, I definitely think that you should come and visit. This is not just a leisure experience. And I have a video that's coming out about that, about how traveling can actually improve your mental health. This is something that for us is very necessary because we love to do it. And when I tell you, this has been one of the best winters that we've ever had, because like I said, back home where we live, it's snowing, negative temperatures, icy roads. So this has been the best winter that we have ever experienced. And when I tell you, we are pretty well traveled. We haven't been to hundreds of countries. We haven't been to several countries like some people, but we've been to our fair share of places, enough to be able to compare and understand that the experience that we're having is not just because we're on vacation. Because one thing is, we don't work regular 9 to 5 jobs, so it's not like us getting off time from work is like a breath of fresh air. No, this place is remarkable, and if you want to visit here, I encourage you to do that. That's all for this video, y'all. If you like what my channel is about, holistic health and abundant living, I talk about these things, I talk about all different aspects of health. Join the family, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you soon. And then let me know in the comments, have you ever thought about traveling to Nairobi, Kenya? Do you know much about it, or is this the first time you really heard anything about it? Let me know. And if you haven't traveled here, what's the thing that's holding you back? Because I might do a video about that, talking about different ways around that, like limitations that people feel. But that's all, y'all. I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next video.